Oh,
No, this is off the show. This is private conversations I've had.
No, okay, well, I always suggest that you do that. So as I understand, were you dismissed from Dallas Theological Seminary?
No, I left. I went and saw the president, and I left. And I told him, I said, your program's not what it's up. It's not up to standard as it was under J. Vernon McGee. And he agreed to me. This is Walfred. He said, I know that.
He said that?
Your Greek program is terrible. It's fallen off.
Okay, but
and at that point, I already had a
that
bachelor's, so it was a waste of time.
I would suggest you take that question to a conservative seminary like Dallas.
He did to Dallas.
And there
wouldn't
Wouldn't
I want to take that to an unbiased source? Because by definition, somebody who's in a seminary is going to be biased towards
You're taking this from a biased source.
I agree.
And that's true as well.
I agree, but I have...
they're all going to be, everybody's biased.
I've asked people who are in the middle of this, though, people who aren't on the religious side, people who who think Ammon is full of shit. I've talked to people who think he's completely full of shit. And I asked them about this history of Julius Caesar and crucifying Laestace and the word Laestace being used, and they can agree on that. They don't necessarily agree with his theories, but they do agree on that principle.
Okay.
What is he going to say?
So that's what I'm just asking. Do you understand my position? Why I'm skeptical?
I understand your position. You're not a Greek scholar.
What? Oh my gosh! Wrong guy. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. Wrong guy. Wrong guy. Wrong guy. You're not a Greek scholar. Neither are you. In fact, he is. Ammon is a Greek scholar in this case, a scholar of Greek, not Greek nationality. Holy moly.
You understand why I'm skeptical, though? How can I be a Greek scholar?
I understand that because you've been tainted by him.
Hey, now you're getting aggressive.
Okay.
I love it, Bob.
And he's not,
talk free.
And he's not credible.
Oh.
Okay.
So he does have a PhD in classical philology.
Well, but he appears to, and he, he wants to be considered that, but in the bigger scheme of things, I understand you haven't been able to facilitate the forum that would allow the proper scholars to be here and debate that.
What makes you think
I think this will open the door to it.
Now, exactly. He invited people. They just don't want to sit with him.
You've kind of broken the seal. I think now this will open the door to it.
I do think that somebody who claims to be following Christ, who suddenly throws that overboard for Aristotle and a night of hot sex, is really not credible.
Character assassination attempt. You should attack the arguments, not the gotcha you think it is.
That's what you're basing credibility on?
Exactly.
Yeah,
you realize he can't read this book.
There are people who are absolutely credible scholars. Let me just mention one. Alex O'Connor is a fantastic speaker, very intelligent, very prepared. I fundamentally disagree with him, particularly his interpretation of Adam and Eve. I'm thinking of making a video about it, but he's absolutely credible. And he's an atheist. So simply because someone decides not to be a Christian anymore, that doesn't change their qualifications one bit. I'm not going to ask them to point me to God or tell me how to pray, but I will not just deny their ability that comes from decades of study because they're not Christians anymore, so they're not credible. And the other thing, because he had sex? I guess from the point of view of a priest, that makes sense. But it's, come on. Let's not go there. It's a very weak position.
He can't read this. This is great, Bob. Would you like? You realize he can't read this book. You realize he can't read this. This is great, Bob. Would you like to translate for us? Here's the Bible. It's the Bible, Bob. The devil told me to do this. It's the Bible, Bob.
He thinks the devil's talking to him, Bob.
Watch people. Look at your audience.
He's
Bob,
not talking. He's manifesting demons.
You don't want
He's manifesting demons.
You don't want to play this, Bob. Don't let Danny show the world that you cannot read the fucking Bible. You flim-flamming. That's from the devil.
That's not from him. That's from the devil.
The flim-flamming. Make sure and get the flim-flamming. And he said something about the incubus in your wife,
You're digging your hole deeper, Ammon. You really maybe should stop.
Oh, God. You're afraid.
I do have a question.
They're afraid. They're afraid.
We're doing this to learn. I think we're learning a lot.
May I ask a simple question?
Sure.
Is Ammon your christened name?
It is my third name. It's my second middle name.
Exactly. Has anybody called you out on that?
Look, here, it's on my driver's license, Bob.
No, but it's not your christened name.
What the hell? What does that mean?
What does that have anything to do? He can choose to use his middle name if he wants to. Even if he was a handler, it would be okay. Metatron is not my first name. I still use it.
What did your parents name you?
My mother gave me 4 names when I was born. David, Charles, Ammon Hillman. And I go by Ammon because David murdered a bunch of people.
Wait. Why did they give you Ammon?
Oh, gosh, he thinks it's the demon? He thinks it's the name of the demon?
Driver's license. We need proof.
There you go.
Can you punch it on this, Steve?
Oh, no, don't do that. That's a personal document, mate. Don't show it.
I'm just asking, why did they give you...
David,
I'm just curious.
Charles Hill. It doesn't say Ammon.
Oh, they didn't put the fucking Ammon on my... It's on my birth certificate.
If you don't stop using the F word, I will leave.
Right, stop.
Oh my gosh, again with the I will leave. It's not true. You would have you said, Father, that you would have left if he called you coward, and then he called you coward, and you didn't leave. So it's not true. It's not true that you're going to leave. You just are trying to control the conversation, but it doesn't work because you've just proven that you're not going to leave. So
I'm going to put up.
Can I bring Chewy and just tell him that it's on my birth certificate? It's my second middle.
We need to make this. Hold on, but please.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to make this something that people can learn from. That's the purpose of this. Not YouTube friendly. No, just respectful so people can learn from this. We need to make this.
F-bombs.
Where
What's the point? You're just going to make
name Ammon come from? Where did the name...
He apologized twice. I never heard him apologize once.